Hey folks, we're live tonight in Brownsville, east side of town, along one of the city's many resaccas. This one has a little bit of an algae problem. You heard about that earlier in the newscast. We found a good spot because A, there's a nice breeze, and two, we're in the shade under all these trees, so it's actually pretty comfortable out here this afternoon to this evening. Just a little bit humid, and that's affecting what it feels like outside. Take a look at the current temperatures. Here's where we are across the valley right now. Most of the readings are in the 90s. The exception is out west. Rio Grande City's 105, and then you come this way, 86 here in Brownsville at the airport just down the road. You can see the Port Isabel about 87 degrees. Add the humidity in, and here's what it feels like. The heat indices, the heat index readings are certainly warmer than the air temperatures. It feels like it's 106 in McAllen right now. Right now here in Brownsville, it feels like it's 96, but you can see the feels like readings across the valley, and that's the temperature and humidity combined to say what it feels like on your body, and that's what it feels like right now. The dew points are up. They're in the 70s across most of the area. This map shows that we're looking at about 72 dew point in McAllen right now, about 76 here in Brownsville, and again, you can certainly feel it. 78 the dew point on the coast, and that is just truly a tropical air mass. You get dew points in the upper 70s, you're talking, mid-July kind of stuff, and of course we're getting closer to mid-July all the time. Muggy meter shows that we're in the mid-70s as an average. Again, parts of the lower valley, dew points are higher than that, so we're well up into the very humid category. Notice this chart doesn't have 80s on it because dew points rarely reach 80 degrees. Once you get in the 70s, dew point wise, it's about as humid as it gets. Take a look at the next 3 days. We do expect temperatures to warm up. Today was in the 90s. Tomorrow and Thursday will be as well, and those are average highs. Western part of the valley is even warmer than what those numbers show. Eastern part of the valley, not quite so hot, but still, you're looking at above average temperatures, not records though. We don't expect records at least the next couple of days across the valley. Let's look at SatRad over the region today and see what's going on, and we were watching for showers, and indeed we saw a few fire up on the sea breeze, but they didn't last long. Just a few splotches of green there, and they were gone. 20% verified, but again, as expected, at least 80% of the valley stayed dry today. I think the chance of rain for tomorrow is even less because the moisture started to thin out already. Wasn't much to work with today, and there'll be even less around tomorrow. Future Track indicates that. Patchy clouds overnight tonight into early tomorrow, and a brief isolated shower can't completely be ruled out during the daytime tomorrow, but for the most part, it's a partly to mostly sunny and hot day across the valley. Your chance of rain less than 10% tomorrow. It is a mainly dry day across the region. Keep going forward beyond that and see what's going on. You're going to notice that we get into the end of the week. Here's Thursday, sunny and hot. Friday, sunny and hot. I think our rain chances after our slight chance tonight and tomorrow pretty much go away until early next week when the chances will show up in the forecast once again. There's your rain chances, less than 10% tomorrow, and then we're dry on Thursday and again on Friday. Let's go to the tropics. A little chatter about what's going on in the tropics today, watching for some shenanigans maybe next week in the Southwest Gulf, and here's why. We've got a pretty good little wave that's making its way toward the Western Caribbean, and the Hurricane Center has circled that area just east of Belize, east of the Yucatan Peninsula, saying 5 days out, within the next 5 days, there's about a 20% chance of that turning into some kind of a tropical entity, and the models do carry whatever that is kind of northwestward into the Southwest Gulf and the Bay of Campeche about the middle part of next week. Some of the models ramp it up into a tropical system. Others just keep it as a big rainmaker staying well south of the valley. Either way, it's just one of those things we're going to have to watch next week. So just kind of keep an eye on the sky next week. We'll keep an eye on it for you, but there is potential for some tropical development out to the south of us early next week. We're still talking, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days away, and the models differ on speed and strength and everything of whatever that is. So it's just a system we're going to watch for you. We'll show you what the European model says in the next half hour. In the meantime, if you're headed to the coast today, what a great day to be there. 87 degrees in the morning. Tomorrow, as the day goes on, temperatures start to warm up. You're looking at afternoon readings, mainly in the 80s. You might touch 90 briefly, but for the most part, readings stay in the 80s at the coast. The UV index is extreme, the rip current risk stays at moderate, and the surface still a very warm 83 degrees, and it's not even summertime yet. Here are the tides at the coast. These are the tides for the jetties at South Padre Island. The seas are 3 to 5 feet. The bay running pretty smooth right now because the wind has not been all that strong. So for tonight across the valley, those showers are pretty much gone, so we end up just mainly clear and dry. A low of 77 tonight, winds light out of the southeast. And then tomorrow, I think tomorrow looks like a pretty dry day across the area. You can't rule out an isolated shower, but again, the chance of rain tomorrow stands at less than 10%. For the most part, it's a dry day with a high of 97. We go up from there. As you look at the next 7 days, temperatures start at 97 tomorrow. By Friday, we're looking at up around 100. That holds all the way into Sunday. And then Monday, we start to stair-step the temperatures back down, and we start to take the rain chances back up as that tropical moisture gets into the southwest Gulf. And again, it looks like this could at least be a rainmaker. There's potential for it to be a rainmaker for us. It's just a question of what form that rain comes in. I think at this point, models favor everything staying, the big stuff staying to our south, but it's just one of those things, a lot of uncertainty about something like that when you get 7, 8, 9, 10 days down the road. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. That's your updated First Warn 5 forecast live in Brownsville. Tim Smith, Channel 5 News at 6.